These are the tales and ramblings of two men, their dream of running a successful food truck business and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
Powered by Riverside.
Good morning, Skippy.
Morning, Josh. It's a great
How are
day.
you today?
Today's a good day to have a great day.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah.
We're
Yourself?
in a better mood today.
I'm in a great mood.
Good. Glad to hear it. Happy to hear that, Skippy.
It's so good.
So good. Good. Glad. Knee's doing okay?
Knee is, I think, progressing as I hoped it would. Or as much as I hoped it would. How about that?
Good. Good. Welcome to all our 0 listeners currently.
They trickle in.
Happy Monday. Yeah, I don't think anybody expects us to start on time with any amount of... Please hold.
Holding. People are just trickling in.
Hold on.
That's fine. It's 6:32 in India, so we're just waiting for those guys to get off
Yeah,
work.
it's early or late or whichever way that is.
They are 6:32 Monday, August 5th, so we're just waking up and they're closing their day down.
My wife is working from home. She just sent me a message asking if I was home,
Oh,
and then if I had just started if we were on the podcast. She's in need of some IT support.
aha. Well, keep in mind, you go down to the basement, you got to unlock it, unlock the door.
She is not locked down there. It's not a thing.
I'm sure you have a fantastic basement,
My basement's lovely.
just like your wife, I assume. I haven't had the pleasure to meet her yet.
I kept her as away from barbecue folks as I can.
I do not blame that. Do not blame you there. After this weekend, jeez.
What happened this weekend?
It's another
Usual
week.
shenanigans.
It's another weekend of trying to get out of the house.
Skippy leaves the house.
Skippy, that's the thing.
It's our new segment.
So I do want to start off my portion of this podcast by apologizing to you for beating a dead horse for 45 minutes. You and I are both adults, and we both run our trucks how we see fit. We may not always agree, but but we can respect each other, and so I apologize to that. And also, I see your point with hiring somebody, because I just turned down a big event that was this week, and I said yes, and then I didn't have a plan. And you definitely, in the food truck world, you need to, the old saying is plan your work and work your plan. So I just wanted to get out of the house, so I said yes without realizing that I really had nobody to do what I needed. Anyway, so
Bernie is on and chatting with us. He says, "Good morning, fellas. Happy Cinco de Agosto."
Oh, son of a bitch.
This
It
joke
is.
that keeps on giving.
Oh, yes. Happy Congo.
Uh,
I'm going to make a shirt now. Congo de Mayo. So I this week could have been great if I had a right-hand person, but we move forward.
I accept your apology, and I will also apologize to you. This is not what people wanted from us, though, today, I don't think.
No, they still wanted us to fight. So This will
Yeah,
be the
absolutely.
last part of our mushy subjects, then we'll move forward.
Yeah, then we'll get back to fighting.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's there's no 1, 2, or 3 ways to do this food truck thing, and there's 1,000 ways to get to where you want to be, and that's what's important. So I think you and I doing things differently is a good thing,
I do.
because if we were both doing things the exact same way, this show would really suck worse than it already does. So
It does not suck. It's only 6:36 in India.
so yeah, us having different opinions on how to do things, I think, is for the best of our viewership.
Yes.
And yeah, sometimes we get stuck in thinking that our way is the best way to do things, and it's just the best way to do things for our end goals. So
Yes.
and with that being said, I'll be happy to tell you how to run your business today, Skippy.
And I will be happy to tell you the direction you can go fuck. Anyway, so back to normal. So yes, this weekend I decided to get out of the house. I had my driver come pick up my trailer, and we made the hour-long trek to Westland, Michigan, and competed in a barbecue contest that we go to. They actually announced it. Of the 10 years they've had it, we are one of 5 teams that have made it every single year.
10 years.
Yeah. So
It's crazy that it's been that long, but I guess I've been out of comps for almost 5 years, at least doing them regularly. So
what was interesting about this comp is there were this is the only KCBS competition going on this past weekend in the whole country.
wow,
Yeah, I know.
that
So
seems
we had 5 of the top 10 in KCBS points competing at this contest. So in all honesty, this is the first time I did a whole competition on the RecTech BFG. Worked flawlessly. Had no timeline, just kind of winged it, and it all worked out good. But the number one guy in KCBS, which Kansas City Barbecue Society, for all you non-comp people.
I'm gonna step away for a second. You keep going.
Sure. Some of these people, they decide to drive in, or depending on where they live, they fly in. They borrow people's equipment and make a go of it. So got the pleasure to meet a guy named Eric from Alabama. He's with Papa Pig, or is Papa Pig. He flew in, borrowed a couple drum smokers, bought or had his meat shipped, and just absolutely 40 team contest annihilated us. I think came in 6th or 7th overall, and somebody that had their wisdom teeth pulled the day before decided to come in and absolutely destroy all of us. Janky Leg Barbecue. So it was quite. My goal at the whole thing was a top 15, just based off the caliber of people that were there. I'm not a world champion anymore. I don't have sights set on that. But I do love to go, and yeah, I got to somehow try to remain award winning. Can't serve award winning barbecue if you don't win awards. I'm very proud of my wife. She competed in the dessert category and took home a 4th place. She was one taste point off a perfect score, which I was very proud of that. She did a Biscoff cheesecake, which, to be honest with you, I had no idea what Biscoff cookies were, so I can't wait to see the comments on that one. But we got there Thursday. It was a good time had by all. Knee was a little tight. Wasn't tight in the surgery part of it. The back of my leg was actually pretty tight. But everything worked out. It worked out pretty good. Goal was top 15. Overall, we came in 17th with our best finish in the rib category at 13th. There were 40 teams altogether, so top half I'll take. There was, like I said, top 5 of the top 10 teams in the country were there, and I talked to some of the teams that are out of town. One from Arkansas that said they've been traveling around the country and haven't been home since June, and that's all they've been doing is just competition barbecue. I know this isn't food truck related, but it's kind of cool having a full kitchen in your competition barbecue trailer. Other than that, we've got our next follow-up appointment with the knee come Wednesday. And since Josh is off, I got one more thing to talk about. So I posted on PB&J's Facebook page that something really exciting was going on. And I know I've talked about it here and talking about the cafe or the coffee cafe and maybe opening up my own spot. But I posted, if you knew or if you wanted to take a guess, send me a message. And the goal with that is to try to get engagement. Try to, I've been off for 2.5 weeks. I really don't want people to forget me. So, Jason Scanlon, if you're listening, you completely messed it up. Because I know you're a listener. So I got a bone to pick with you, but no, I'm just kidding. I appreciate it. You absolutely were 100% accurate, and nobody followed your lead. Even the people that messaged me. It was all about opening a brick and mortar, but I said in the post that you had to correctly guess, and you were actually the only one that correctly guessed. So it seems Josh has left to go be the IT director of his household. Let's see. What else do I have to talk about? I hear some rustling. Oh, there he is.
Wow, where do all our viewers go?
Same place they were at.
Hey, there's 5 on there.
That's good. I was just saying that 5 of the top 10 in KCBS were there. One team from Arkansas said they hadn't been home since June because they've been competing. He's a graphic designer, so he can work from the road. And then Janky Leg Barbecue came in and whooped all our asses. After on Thursday, he came in Thursday. On Wednesday, he had his wisdom teeth taken out. So, of course, he's going to come in and destroy all of us. He got first in brisket, 5th in chicken, and 2/12.
I didn't really kick your asses then.
Well, he got 2 calls, and there were teams with 4 calls that didn't get a top 10. So, top 5. They didn't get a top 5. RGC was Bad Habit, and they got 3 calls. So it was.
There was people with 4 calls that didn't make top 5.
3 calls. Sorry.
Okay.
3 calls.
I was like, what the fuck? That seems impossible.
Top score for the PB&J's team was my wife with a 4th place dessert.
That sounds about right.
It sounds about right. She jinxed us all. But yes, it was a quite fun contest. It always is. It supports the veterans because it's at a local VFW. Next May, we're doing the same different contest, but same venue. And the Great Lakes Barbecue Association, which I'm a part of, are on the board. We are holding the first ever, and I'd love you to get out of retirement just to come have fun with us for a day. We are holding the Wiener to Wiener competition hot dog throwdown Friday night. The veterans are going to judge us. So we're definitely going to.
I'm sorry. You want me to drive to Westland to cook a hot dog?
Well, no, I want you to cook the contest too.
On a Friday?
I want you to cook the contest too, but yes,
in May?
Yes, in May. Just saying. You say you got time off the truck. We can I'll let you borrow a trailer. I'll get you all set up. You just got to show up. Just come have fun with us.
I have fun every day.
With us. I said with us. With us. Just Josh. You may have forgot that. With us.
I don't know.
You can have fun with Chris and Caleb and all you want.
Hot dog sword fight sounds a little.
Well, it's the only contest that your wiener can get you paid. Okay?
Not true.
Only contest with a PG level rating where you could.
Okay, I did competitive barbecue for a long time. I know nothing there is PG rated, so
that's probably true.
Maybe now it is.
It's
a lot less fun now.
There was a gentleman there. So Thursday nights. So this contest has tried to turn into another Nuevo contest, but nothing can top Nuevo contest.
That's right.
Mark and Rich busting their chairs. But there was a gentleman there who actually just had a surgery similar to mine, except he had his femur broken and then rotated. So he walked straight. Otherwise, his foot was always like this. Okay. So he's up there buying rounds for everybody. and on the way back to the trailer, he fell. I'm not mean to laugh, but the rest of the weekend kind of was just like that. He went to the doctors. Everything said it was okay. Could have had some stitches on his arm, but they just wrapped it. And he was just laying in a zero gravity chair, and we all said it reminded him of a weekend at Bernie's because he was an older feller. Anyway, so that was our weekend.
Excellent. Yeah.
You said something about lower roadside sales? No sellouts this week?
You cook appropriately, Skippy. It's harder to sell out. I'm guessing I missed something when I walked away. Bernie,
got some comments?
Bernie, Jason Scanlon is Bernie's Blue Line Barbecue, and Bernie's Blue Line Barbecue is Jason Scanlon. What's the prize? Lifetime pass for food?
No, asshole. So I posted on my Facebook page that we had some awesome things starting to happen, and I said if you can correctly guess, there'll be a prize. Yeah. And of course, he was the third commenter and correctly guessed. Nobody followed his guess, but he correctly guessed what it was.
You're opening the cafe?
We started the health department paperwork.
Excellent.
So but it's not, we can't do anything until, we can't get health department involved until it's done. And the last thing we have to work on right now is the floor. I'm not working on the floor, they are.
Collectively, we when someone claims a sports team is theirs, like, we won the Super Bowl. You didn't do shit. You sat on your couch and drink beer.
Yep.
But I get it. I say the same thing. So,
so yes, we have finished the paperwork. We're just waiting for the construction to be done, and then we're going to kind of work backwards on this, with the construction done first, then health department, versus health department, then construction. So it probably will not be open until next year, because right now our health department's like 4 months behind.
I have heard that from a couple different people that their local health departments are way behind on stuff.
Yeah.
Is there like this huge influx of new restaurants and stuff opening up, or what the hell's going on? Because
what we heard, it's just our health department lost people to other jobs. Like somebody went to go be with the state health department. Somebody left to go to the military. Somebody left for some, another reason. So at one time, our county was down to like 2, and that's why I went and got licensed in a different county. So I wish you could get licensed in a different county for brick and mortar, but you can't. I have to deal with
can't do that. Yeah. So yeah, Rick, the guy that works for me, that's starting his own truck.
Yeah.
He has submitted for his final review, trying to get it scheduled for his SOPs and everything.
Yeah.
His final approval. They told him a month. He has to wait 3 weeks for insurance, for underwritten insurance. Like, everything seems to be taken for. It's like we're back in COVID, where everything takes 4 times as long as it normally would.
I'm wondering if there's an influx of new applications because it's the end of the year. Is that
maybe
normal?
I don't think so. I don't know why the end of the year would be any different than any other time of the year. I don't think people are. There's an influx of new restaurants every year at the end of the year. I know businesses and stuff, they're getting rid of any excess budget money they have, for write-off purposes by the end of the year. But as far as I know, wouldn't think there's any benefit to rush it before the end of the year, or do it fourth quarter or whatever. Bernie says that you keep backpedaling on that prize announcement.
I'm not backpedaling.
He's just not pedaling at all.
Damn it.
All right. Well, good.
Last thing for me. Well, here, you talk about your stuff, and we'll talk.
No, you can do your last thing if you want. Okay.
So I gave a good buddy a big catering gig this past Wednesday. So
is this Chad?
No.
Okay.
It's actually the person that I was supposed to go into business with. But he opened up his own spot, his own truck, but he's not doing like vending, he's just doing catering. Anyway, so he We cooked it on my rotisserie. 2 cases of brisket, 2 cases of pork, 14 hours. Anyway, he got there. They decided to put it was a buffet. They decided to put all the buffet in the middle of the parking lot in 100-degree weather and then put everybody else underneath the tent. Had an ice cream truck and had him out there. And he calls me like 2 nights ago and says, "Hey, that check they gave me, which was like almost $6,000, bounced." So, my wife says that might be kind of normal. Not normal, but I mean, it's abnormal, but it can happen because big companies move stuff around, move money around pretty rapidly. But when he got there, he asked her how they were going to pay. And he's like, "Dude, for some reason, our business credit cards are down. So I'll have to give you a check."
Yeah. And then said check bounces.
So I sent an email that I have not received a response to as of yet. But yeah, I mean, it caused negatives. It caused return check fees and stuff like that. So my question to people listening and yourself: you ever had a check bounce?
We have not. We have not had a problem with any payments yet, outside of credit cards getting declined. Yeah, we've had some things take a little longer because I think it's part of our name and stuff that the banks will decline it as unusual activity type of thing, especially in amounts of like $4,000.
Yeah.
And those don't always go to the card holder of a larger, like Coca-Cola. Let's say that she tried to pay with her card. The email's not going to go to her, probably. It's probably going to go to somebody in accounting or whoever manages the credit card. So every once in a while, we have to work through that. But typically, I'm not too worried about it when that happens, especially if it was be like Coca-Cola. Like, I think you're good for it.
This is a large automotive company.
Yeah.
It's just, I feel bad because I recommended my friend to him, and then this happened. So we're just trying to get to the end of it. But I'm worried that my friend isn't necessarily as diplomatic as I am, and I just don't want him to blow up a relationship because maybe something stupid happened.
So real quick, I just got my phone has been blowing up this morning. It's been weird, but I just got an email from Square.
Hi, Square. Your
business is now on the Shop Small map.
Oh.
Through American Express.
Oh.
I know.
Interesting.
So I get an access code for American Express, free signage and everything.
Do you use American Express?
I have an American Express card personally, but not a business card. We accept American Express, but I don't think it's at a rate that's higher than any of our other ones.
Well, no, because they said shop small. So it's small, but still, that's kind of neat.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that and see what kind of signage and stuff there is. Check out this map. So, hey, I like free stuff, especially things that post where we are and stuff. So, or who we are, at least. Yeah, I inundated today with requests and stuff.
Me too, actually. I have from all weekend, which is good. And I got people want to book me for next year, which makes me feel good.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a lull in requests for next year, but starting to pick up again. A lot of grad parties for next year already, which is cool. I like it. But back to what I said a couple weeks ago, my customers are kind of forcing us to try to expand.
Good.
Not forcing, obviously, but the demand is
making it hard not to.
The demand is there clearly for us to try to. So
beautiful.
Oh, Jason also was part of the program apparently. He just posted his.
What, Jason or Bernie? Jason or Bernie? Like, I got to know where the hell Bernie comes from, because Jason and Bernie, like, is it a weekend at Bernie's Blue Line Barbecue? Like, what is it here?
All right, Jason, tell us the story. But yeah, it's a dine small with us. And it's like a little sticker about the same size, I'm guessing, of probably our state SDFU license.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I'll get one. I'll put it on our window.
Why not?
Bubba says this is why we get payment in full before service.
I know.
It's- next year we will definitely be instituting late payments. We haven't had any this year, which is good. But in years past, because we've always done the due date of the day of service. So we've had like a wedding where it's hard to find somebody type of thing, or they can't find the person that's supposed to pay us or whatever. So we've let it slide a little bit, but we're definitely going to put on late payments next year as part of our invoices. Now that they include them automatically. Ooh, I think my lights just flickered. We got a little storm going through.
Yeah, we're supposed to get it later.
Justin says when they cater, everything has to be paid up before they go. And then Bernie says Bernard was my grandfather's name and my middle name. Started in his honor. Was supposed to be weekend at Bernie's barbecue.
See? Knew it.
Then in 2017, my brother-in-law was a sheriff who was killed in the line of duty, so I added the blue line in his honor.
Well, son, now I feel like shit.
Well, thank you, Jason. You made my job easier today. I don't have to do it now.
Thank you, Jason.
But yeah, hopefully nothing else tragic happens in your life, Jason, so you don't have to add more things into your barbecue name.
Wow, you went there. Okay.
This is the show we run, everybody. This is the show we run. All right, we'll get into my week, and then we got some other stuff to get to.
Yes, we do.
Including the first, I'm guessing, annual FTO Expo happened this last week.
Sure.
In Austin or wherever it was.
Houston, I believe.
Houston, yeah. So, and it looked like it was a pretty good event. So I feel more on board now with the one in Orlando. So, my week, it was fucking hot here, muggy here. Roadside was down, which I wasn't too surprised with. I don't even know where we were or what we did. I tried to take a day off somewhere in there. Excuse me.
How'd that work?
Great. I did zero work for a whole day. Well, outside of 3:30 in the morning to 9 in the morning. But, only working 5.5 hours is a day off for me. So, yeah, we a new concert series that we were a part of, Allendale. Not new for them, but new for us. We really expected more. It was a pretty slow evening. Concert series. We've I think we're a part of 3 or have been a part of 3. 2 have been really good. This was the dud of the group. Chris said that we fed maybe a quarter of the people. We were the only entree truck there. So it was us and I think snow cones.
Oh wow.
It was hot. Decent-ish crowd. Probably 100 people there. I don't know if it was the band. It was the last one of the series. I don't know. I'm not sure if that was a normal crowd or if that was a low crowd. And I haven't reached back out to them yet to kind of work through that to see if we want to do one next year or not. So it was kind of a slowish evening that evening. Airport viewing area continues to be a rock solid option, even though it was hot. We were down a little bit from what we did the time before. It was still $1,500 from 10 to 4 or whatever, with 2 to 4 being pretty slow. Yeah, and then our subdivisions were all just a little meh. Everything was just a little meh, roadside wise. So, yeah. Other than that, we had a company outing. I'm trying to remember what we did Thursday during lunch hours. We did something. Had a catered event Thursday night, which helps. All day out at Wiseman, which started out banging for lunch and then just died, as we've seen there time and time again. Makes me feel pretty good about us only being there during the evenings, I think 5 times the entire year. So most of the time we're only there for lunch. We've really been trying to schedule or find Friday evening stuff that we feel could be better than what is there. So
Yeah.
and then Saturday we had our.
It's kind of sad. You've been one of their like regulars,
And it's not anything to do with us. It's their tasting room sales are down. They're not pulling people in like they used to. The only reason our lunches are good there is because people are going to see us. Really, it's not their customers coming out to eat. It's us bringing people in.
I don't think I've ever asked you. Since you just said it, I'll ask you. What is your ideal non-sellout lunch? Like as far as either tickets or gross sales.
No, I never go by tickets.
What's your successful lunch? I mean,
It
are you
depends
happy
on-
with a $300 lunch? Or are you happy with like
It
$100
depends
an
on the
hour?
location. So each one of our locations, we judge success based on the location. And ideal world, we're gonna hit $1,000 lunches every day.
Okay.
So we have enough food on our truck typically in a day for a $2,000 day, give or take. So
Okay.
so yeah, we'd love to split $1,000 lunch, $1,000 dinner. Typically, we have enough food, but it all depends on how you sell the food. But
will you, when you do your numbers, will you figure out what an average is on either per location or per day or
per location. So yeah, I can usually, especially when we're booking for the next year, like we'll pull for per location to figure out if it was worthwhile or not.
Yeah.
We can even base those or measure those against last year. So our one subdivision that we still have a couple times left that I'm considering dropping, but I don't have anything to replace them yet. So we're going to go. They're definitely down on average over last year. And it's
Okay.
not a subdivision that we'll seek out next year.
Well, so let me ask you this. So since you have days left at these subdivisions that might not be as profitable as you had hoped, would you contact the organizer and kind of let them know, hey, like if things don't change, we can't come back?
Yeah.
Will
Yep. They know they're on the
them,
chopping block for the next year.
Do you see them trying to assist you?
It depends on the subdivision.
Okay.
So it's either people that just don't care anymore,
Yeah.
like, or they just have other stuff going on. They just don't have the time that they used to promote like they would.
Okay.
Okay. There's 1,000 reasons why subdivisions drop off.
Somebody was asking me about subdivisions this weekend, so I was trying to give him. I gave him pretty much the same thing. It's like you got to reach. It's all about communication. You got to reach out to the organizer if they have an idea. If they can help, great. If they can't, then it's
we rely on our hosts so much for these things.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we can put out Facebook ads and we can do all that stuff. But if people aren't on Facebook, yeah, we rely on their community communication, whatever that is.
Do you see a year where you don't go to any subdivisions? Or do you think you'll have subs that are always going to be on the rotation?
I think we'll definitely have some that are always on the rotation. We've had a couple that have had zero drop off from COVID years even.
Good.
So yeah, we have a couple that we're still doing 1,000 to 1,200 dinners.
Do you still do
almost every time?
John and Melissa sub?
No. And that's more has to do with that township than it does with them in that neighborhood.
Gotcha.
So yeah, we could get a license, but we had to park in their driveway. And as soon as we moved to the driveway, no one came.
Yeah.
It was so bizarre. We literally moved 10 feet and we went 2 times in the driveway and it was horrendous. So I don't know if it's just visually people didn't see us out. So yeah, we haven't been there at all this year. Justin says they contract everything due 2 weeks before the event.
I can see that. We normally do either cards or I just started accepting ACH transfers.
Be prepared for those to take a while to actually hit your bank account.
So on Thursday I sent them the information. Mm-hmm. They sent me an email with a receipt, and I got it today.
Yeah.
So a few days.
Mine was 2 weeks. So I had a guy do his deposit and the full payment with ACH, and both times it took 2 weeks.
Wow. Yeah.
So I got the pending, and then it just
Yeah.
took forever to come through. I don't know why.
Like I finally got, I think I said on the here, I finally got the $1,000 Gordon's check, and that took about a week for mobile deposit.
Yeah, well, be happy they do mobile deposit.
Square just started doing it.
Looking for that check via mail.
Yeah,
that looks like junk. I mean, my Costco stuff was all the same way. So
they told me to pick it up there. They said that I don't like have it sent to residences because they typically will throw it out.
Yep.
So I just had to wait for them to get it. So it took 2 weeks for them to come there, and then I got it.
Good. Yeah, my first couple rewards checks for Costco, I didn't even see them because it just looked like a piece of junk mail. Or it's, your renewals. It comes in your renewal paperwork, which I always just do whenever they tell me at the checkout.
Yeah.
Hey, you're up for renewal. Okay, put it on the bill. So I never even opened Costco mail. So, but now I do. Now I know to look for that piece of mail because I like that $800.
So Sam's does cash back, or Sam's Cash. I typically have it maxed out, but I think they only do $500. I typically have it maxed out by like October pretty easily.
I think our max is $1,200.
It's crazy.
So
I think it would be different. I have a premium membership or plus or whatever. I don't have the business membership, so maybe I'll see if there's a difference between the two.
Yeah. Sorry. So yeah, no, you're good. So Saturday we were at campground, Tyler Creek again, 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I like Tyler Creek. I've camped there.
So we noticed from last week it started out slow and then got busy towards the end. This week was just the opposite.
It was busy then slow.
It was. Yep. They were pretty busy to start the day, and then it trickled off. And why? I don't know. Who knows? I don't know.
It's a nice campground.
It is a nice little campground. Yep.
Nice little
and then,
9-hole golf course.
Yeah, and then Saturday we were in Nuevo, and it was slow again. And I'll blame the weather for that one. It's hot. It fucking sucks out.
It is warm.
But we should be used to it in Michigan, the warm summers. But we've only had 10 days. Long. Yeah, we've only had 10 days of hot weather, and it's been in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
with lots of nice, cool weather in between. We haven't gotten a chance to acclimate.
Yeah,
and we're going to be in the 70s all week this week now. So
I saw 69 tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, I mean we're supposed to have storms tonight and starting tomorrow. So
yeah, we're not supposed to get that cool, but yeah, it's one thing if it stays warm and hot, which it normally does in Michigan. We don't have these nice summers typically. No.
We have 3 stages of hell.
Yeah, so when we now have these hot stretches, people are miserable and don't want to go outside because it feels so much hotter. I follow local restaurants around our area that decided to close early because their heat index in their kitchen was like 120. So the restaurants, and they're just a breakfast and early lunch. But yeah, it's hot. I mean, it's just. Yeah.
This week is our local county fair. Again, I had the opportunity to go down there, and I really couldn't figure out the best way to make it work. But it'd have been a good week to be down there. Other than Tuesday's supposed to rain, but it was still going to be in the mid 70s, and they were going to charge me $700 for the week, which I thought was pretty decent. My only issue is I could get the trailer down there and I could cook meat. But to get meat or to get product and to get me there by like 8 o'clock in the morning to make product, I was concerned with. I'd have to rely on a lot of people. So that's why I didn't end up doing it. But we should be good
Eric
to drive.
Perez on TikTok.
Hey, Eric Perez on TikTok.
Sorry.
But I should be able to drive Wednesday or start trying to drive Wednesday. So we'll see how it goes because next week is busy week. And my dog says hi.
Justin says most subdivisions here have private Facebook groups. The good ones are the ones that dedicated person running the page to advertising. Same here.
Yeah, same here too.
But yeah, we've definitely seen.
But they don't allow you in there to do it or to market yourself.
It's so nice. Yeah, we definitely yeah, we know the good ones from the bad ones, and that's usually when we get approached by new subdivisions. Among the questions we ask, so do you have a dedicated Facebook group? What's the activity like? Are there actually people in it?
Yeah.
Or is it just a whole lot of bitching about, Bill put in a yellow front door, and I don't want to see it anymore. Yeah.
I was so one of our listeners, Daniel Jacob. I don't know if he messaged you at all,
I don't think so.
but he's an avid listener. Oh, speaking of avid listeners, squirrel moment. Sorry, I talked to our good friend Isaac.
Oh, yeah.
I physically talked to Isaac. Definitely not what
It's
I
about
thought
time you called him.
I know. He asked if the doctor was playing with my penny. Anyway, so not what I thought he would sound like. I honestly, I picked an Italian fella, and I thought he was gonna have some sort of accent.
It's me, Isaac.
No, he's 100% Texan. No, we were talking. He's got like I think his first event next week. I think he said it was next week, and he's scared to death, and the trailer still isn't complete, or the truck isn't completed yet. So
welcome to the life.
so I told him, I said, hey, after you have your first couple events, we'll have you on as a guest, and you can just tell us whether we're right, wrong. He's like, absolutely. Anyway, back to Jacob. Jacob's a barbecue guy. He was talking about like brisket. He's paying for $5.69 a pound for prime. It says Black Angus Prime from Performance Food Group. He sells a chopped brisket sandwich and chips for $16, and he wanted to know if he was in the right price range. And I'm like, so he's like, I feel like I'm losing a little bit. So my response was, look at your food cost. You got to start with that. Brisket is tough because it's expensive.
All right. Sorry, you said how much for a brisket?
He's paying $5.69 a pound.
All right, I have my spreadsheet pulled up.
Oh, good.
So let me enter in some numbers here. $5.69. Let's see here. So
he's selling. Hold on. He's selling chips, which he gave me the price for everything that's on his sandwich. So he pays $48 for 104 chips. I can do the math if you want me to.
So for a cooked pound of brisket is $11.92.
Yes. Correct.
So out the door for me in a box and everything, $12.84 is my cost. You're charging $40 a pound of brisket, which I got another truck that we need to bring up too, because
so
on your side of the state.
Oh, the Hood Bocce truck?
No.
Okay.
Mr.
Chime Time, guy on TikTok, did a review of him and called it straight hood, and he was selling a hibachi plate or bowl that was, I don't know, call it a 20-ounce bowl for $45, and it was an hour and 10-minute wait. Anyway, so he calls it straight up scam bocce. So he pays $6 a jar for the pickles and $4.69 for 12 buns.
That's 3, and then is that right? Okay, so that's right. No, that's not right. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So for me, for my sandwich with just pickled onions, total cost for me would be $4. So just doing the sandwich at 16 is where I would be.
Yeah. So it's 46 cents for chips, basically. You got what, 10 cents for pickles, if that.
Yeah.
And I think his buns, $4.69 for 12 of them.
3 cents for pickles. Okay. If you're high quality buns, yeah.
Wow.
We're at 47 cents a bun.
Wow.
Ish.
He's at 4.69. No, that's not right. 4.69 divided by 12. There you go. He's at 40 cents a bun. So, yeah. So I told him I thought he'd be at like $3.73. That's the cost that I kind of gave out.
Mm-hmm.
11, assuming 50% loss is 11.28 cooked, quarter-pound portion, 282. I did 40 cents for the bun, did 5 cents for pickles, and 50 cents for chips. So you're at 373. Add sauce. So he's in there, but I think he could probably sell it for 18 and be
with
fine.
chips. Yeah, I think you can go up.
He's also paying, so he's a stick
Especially
burner
if the
guy
brisket's
too.
good.
He's a stick burner guy too, and he buys only kiln dried wood at $375 for a face cord. Maybe you want a little bit different.
Yeah.
He had a question about a trailer. I told him you got yours from SDG.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to know. Here's all the questions. How much does your trailer weigh, loaded, give or take?
Now or when I got it? I don't know what it weighs now. It was 12.5 to 13 loaded when I had it weighed.
So anywhere, so call it between 11 and 12 because you took out that big ass stove. That was like 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
So between 11 and 12.
Yeah.
Or 10 to 11.
We'll say probably 12. It's not that stove did not weigh that much.
You said it felt like it was that much.
Well, yeah, when you're sliding it on the ground.
According to my dealer, mine weighs 11.5 or close to 11.5. Josh, what do you use to pull it?
Chevy Silverado 2500 HD diesel.
I do basically a Ford of the same thing.
Yep, and
no problem.
I have pulled it with a gasoline Dodge 2500.
Definitely pull it with a 3/4 ton or higher. That's for sure. Whether it's gas or diesel, I don't know if it matters, but
it's just
you need the suspension.
Yeah, you need the suspension, and it's just straight on the engine. So the diesel will have a little bit easier of a time. There's more power in the diesel than there is in the gasoline engine. And typically, if you take care of your diesel engine, it'll outlive the body of the truck.
Yeah, it'll last forever.
Yeah,
pretty much.
So, and I would, in my personal opinion, I would stick with Dodge or Chevy or a GM product.
Whatever.
Ford, will you let me please?
Yes.
It's just not a knock on Ford. Ford has not settled into an engine or transmission for their diesel trucks yet. They keep changing.
No, they haven't. They've used the 6.7 diesel for the last 20 years.
Which transmission are they currently using? I would say
they're using a 10-speed now, but I mean they've had the same 6-speed for a while.
I'll put my trust in Allison, who has been doing commercial trucking transmissions forever.
I get it.
And a Cummins engine, who's been doing the same thing forever, type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Versus an in-house Ford transmission and engines. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
when
know
it comes
to transmission stuff.
Yeah. So, and that was the advice I got from my mechanic at my previous job. And we have a whole fleet of Fords there. So, and I have driven Fords that I have enjoyed driving. So that I don't have a thing against Ford. But when it comes to towing my trailer, I'm going to go with the most trusted names in those parts. So
I can understand it. When food is in your Cambro or food warmer, how do you transport it while driving? I have stainless steel pans.
I put it on my lap.
Or Chris's lap and tell him, don't move.
You put some pillows on top of it. It's like trying to hatch eggs.
I thought it was like Jenga in your front seat. I have stainless steel pans, but I find I have a lot of spills in my Cambro, even if I use plastic wrap. Try to process everything before you leave and only use a certain amount of juice. Because if you're wrapping or if you're keeping a whole bunch of juice in there, I find that juice will just go all over the place. So either A, keep it tightly wrapped where the juice is in there with it, or process it before you go.
It's my least favorite thing about Cambros and moving stuff in Cambros.
Yes, I fucking hate it.
It seems to be way worse in there than it ever is in my warming cabinet.
Yep.
But in my warming cabinet, I also have the sheet pans in there that will collect anything.
Yes.
But yeah, opening up a door of a Cambro inside of a business, and it's like, fuck. Like,
just bring a towel with you just in case.
just prep it for a towel, just because stuff's going to come out. Yeah, it sucks. That's my least favorite part. I wish they could figure out a way to put like a little drain plug in the bottom with a pan underneath that could just collect everything. It would be super awesome and helpful.
Yeah,
because if you're listening, I won't charge you for it. Just send me 10 free ones. Because
even if you put an empty pan in the bottom, it's still taking up space that you really don't have. So
right.
Okay. You guys are in Michigan. I'm in Illinois. So very similar climates. If you plan on working during the winter, what can I do to make myself successful when I have a trailer?
Stay home.
Good luck. Good luck. Insulate that trailer. Find somewhere where there's a lot of heaters outside. Focus on your catering. Focus on growing the business during the wintertime. He had a follow-up question that I answered, but basically, if I'm not going to be at the cafe, I'm taking the winter off. And you took the winter off most of the time. You had one where you decided to go out.
Yeah, we tried. So we switched the menu just because I didn't want to cook in the winter. Barbecue. So yeah, we tried paninis and we had mixed results. Yeah, it was mixed results, and it was cold. It never got warm in the trailer, ever. Your feet are going to be cold the entire time.
Yeah.
And that was really
even if you have your floor insulated, it's still going to be cold.
Yeah, trailers are drafty, man. Those things aren't airtight
no.
by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, and Bernie says the same thing. Cater.
Yeah. You can do. I mean, you can look at pop-ups too. I mean, if you have a local coffee shop that wants to peddle your wares,
but you're going to be inside. It's not going to be outside.
Correct. You're going to be inside, but it's another way to keep your business moving.
Don't count on anybody standing outside in weather.
No.
I think it's a poor gamble.
You could give it away for free, and they probably wouldn't do it.
Yeah. It's so finicky, especially with barbecue. If you're cooking fresh every night, you're screwed, man. Then you gotta go. We got 6 inches of snow, staying home.
Well, especially if you're in Chicago, I mean, the wind is probably going to kill you most of the time. Versus, I would figure out either cater and stay home, grow the business. He did say, I've been doing this for a year part-time on the weekends, and this year my sales are, he said 73, which is good. I mean, that's what he's doing part-time. But I think at best I'm running a 20% profit. I'm definitely doing something wrong. I also mostly do breweries. Do you go to local areas and ask if you can park there and sell? How do you get neighborhoods to allow you to sell? I'm currently in a tent and can't wait for a trailer.
Oh, you're talking about doing winters in a tent?
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Stay home. As far as breweries, just ask.
Yeah.
You're going to hear no more than you're going to hear yes, but in neighborhoods, it's just putting stuff on Facebook. We have a large enough fan base in West Michigan that usually we can get a spot or at least conversations started with people that live in subdivisions that would like to have us out. So Justin says he's got a 2001 7.3 F350
Godzilla engine.
Bernie said 20% profit is not, and I was going to say the same thing. Restaurants are 5 to 10% on average and on the lower end lately. Even a massive conglomerate fast food, and I've talked about this before. I managed a McDonald's, one of the busiest one in Michigan for a while. Our goal was 23% PAC, so profit after controllables, and that number doesn't include the non-controllables. So your fixed costs day to day, like taxes or property taxes and building and all that stuff. So 23 cents on a dollar.
It's not horrible.
If you're hitting 20%, and my question would be, is that before or after you pay yourself? If that is after you pay yourself, then shut the fuck up and take your money.
Yeah. If it's before, yeah.
You're still doing fine. But you got to make sure that that 20% can't all go to you. You have to leave some in the business to do business things.
Yeah.
So.
grow your business, especially since you're trying to buy a trailer. You know,
Mhm.
put everything back in the bank account, buy that trailer, and then
Yeah.
then you'll be
And
golden.
I am still working on my numbers. I know I've been talking about it for a couple weeks, but we really went super granular this year.
Whatever.
So I'm breaking out the majority of my receipts. So anything that if I buy myself a candy bar and a Monster at GFS with my order, that gets broken out into a separate category. So trying to go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Just trying to make sure that I have a better grasp on what I'm actually benefiting from the business, because that is all money that is mine. So consider it an owner withdrawal or whatever, that's paid to me out of the business account.
Yeah.
So that needs to go onto my end of year. This is what I've benefits package, or this is my overall compensation. That's the word, compensation. And I think that there's been more of that than I thought there was in previous years, which is why I wanted to go so granular. I go to Meijer to pick up 8 gallons of milk for work and some onions and peppers, and I throw in another gallon of regular milk for the house and a box of Cheerios.
Mhm.
How often does that happen? And does that
Okay.
equal thousands of dollars a year? I think it does.
Good. Yeah, for
So,
sure. Absolutely good.
So that all makes it a difference towards the back end. And yeah. So just trying to get the clearest picture possible of where money's going.
Sure.
So every year we're just a little bit better.
You're getting as granular can be, which we appreciate.
Yep. So it's just taken me longer since I hadn't been able to keep up on that stuff. So yeah, I'm now doing mid-March through July's receipts.
We've got an hour without a bickering. That's good so far.
I know, we're doing awesome.
What else?
So yeah, I'm working on all that and making sure that our other things, the labor and all those percentages are accurate. So when I have those numbers, I plan on them being the best numbers possible to provide to you guys. So yeah, I'm working on it in all my free time that I have. I've been trying to peel away to do it. So anyways, yeah, had a conversation with our friend Chad this week, late in the week, because you were not talking to him.
He does call at the most inopportune times.
Yes, he does have a habit of that. I fully expected him to try to hop in on the show. He said he was going to call in. I said, "Come on in.
Come on in." It's an open forum, Bernie.
He was fully ready, I think, to sell his business on whatever night I talked to him, Thursday or Friday night.
Yep.
He had a day that I think we've all had.
Mm-hmm.
His warming cabinet, he said, tipped over.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he walked in, all his food was on the ground. I've had that exact same experience.
I've had it 3 times.
Mine didn't tip over. My door just came open and all the pans slid out. That was in our first year. Yep. That was that
brings back
thing to see.
brings back nightmares. To the part where before I got a warming cabinet, I was working out of Cambros, and somehow the Cambros tipped over on the door. So of course everything. So when I opened it up, it all went everywhere. Yeah. And then when I got the warmer, I got it to the wall, or I fastened it to the wall, did a ratchet strap, and by the time I got to the subdivision I was going to be at, it tipped over, like straight, like towards. Yeah. Not good. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's when we started bungeeing our warming cabinet.
Yeah, baby straps. Baby locks.
Yeah. And then our new warming cabinet. So I'm really finding the quality differences and the price differences. And I wish I would have spent the extra $500 on the nicer cabinet to start with. It's got a nice magnetic handle on it.
Ooh.
Yeah. You can't open it. If you grab the side and try to pull it, it takes both hands and force to pull it. Oh yeah.
So it's almost like a fridge when it's in like defrost mode and you can't open it.
It locks. So yeah, it has the handle pulls out a little bit and it pops the magnet. It's fucking awesome. We haven't had to bungee it once.
I might have to look into one of those.
Yeah, it was $2,200.
Okay.
Yeah. I know.
Okay.
but I'm also hoping that it can withstand the abuse that we put it through. Because this is the third one now that I've had.
So can I ask how that has affected your team members as far as whether it's frustrating or not to wait for the magnet, like that it's a little bit harder to open the door?
The biggest issue was initially because before the door had a lip going all the way down, so you could grab at any height on the door and open it. And now you have to pull on the handle. So that's been the biggest adjustment. It's not like it's hard to open with the handle.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's just it's all leverage.
Yeah.
So yeah, no complaints. It's a great cabinet.
Cool.
And it feels like it runs a lot hotter. So we're actually running it at a lower temp. We have it set at 155, I think.
Yeah, that's what
150, somewhere around there. But
no steam though, no humidity.
No, but shit feels a whole lot hotter in there than it did in the other cabinet.
That's the same way. That's the same way I felt between an electric and a propane steam table.
Yeah,
I can run a propane steam table on a freaking pilot light. It'll stay pretty warm.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So anyways, Chad was pretty well ready to sell everything, and
I hope you talked him out of it.
He was holding on. He tried calling me the other day, and like you said, he calls at the most inopportune time every time. So I couldn't take his call. But yeah, I think he had a different thought of what it would be before he started.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people do. This is not a quick money thing.
This is not a get rich quick.
No.
I don't even know if it's a get rich.
I don't even think it's a make money ever.
You have to, the bottom line is you have to have the passion to do it. You have to have the mindset that like every day is not going to be great, but every day is what you make it. And I think that's where some people go wrong is you have to have the hustle. You have to have a lot of mental fortitude to make it work. Grit. Yes. Yeah. You can go with grit, Mr. Campbell. I did see him do up downs with the team the other day. That was pretty cool. Because he's probably in better shape than some of the players that are out there.
I doubt that. Oh yeah, he probably is.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
He's just an absolute beast. Speaking of football, it was really cool to see Steve McMichael from the Chicago Bears get put into the Hall of Fame. He was diagnosed with ALS like 2 or 3 years ago, and is unfortunately basically in a vegetative state right now. And ALS is just a debilitating disease. To see one of the monsters of the Midway just crumble to a shell. But I've always liked, since I'm a wrestling fan, I've always liked Steve McMichael. So I figured I would throw that. I hate the Chicago Bears, but we'll throw that out there just as a
fuck the Bears.
Yeah, fuck the Bears.
Fuck the Packers.
Since you and I have a friendly Packer fan that we're friends with, I asked him if he was going to a competition on September 14th, and he's like, "I could make it, but I'm going to the Packers game on Sunday."
Who are they playing? Do you know?
No, I can look it up, but he's like, "I'm going to the Packers game on Sunday." He's like, "We're like, oh, but you'll have more fun with us." He's like, "Yeah, but it's the Packers. Like, I can't. It's a home game."
Season tickets, man.
Like, you could sell the tickets. You probably won't get face value for them because Packers suck, but you sell the tickets.
Oh, man. The front office has some faith in their team.
Well, go Jordan Love.
Jordan Love making god awful lot of money.
Did you say Jordan Love making?
Yes.
Well, anyway, so that was our football talk of the year.
Yeah, I'm sure that's it.
No, well, we're gonna every freaking day. What are the things they're wearing on their heads in practice?
What are they?
The little bubble helmets?
Yeah, they've had those for a few years now. I think this is the first year that they've been mandatory for all the teams. Like, it's been a test thing for the last couple of years.
Why not real helmets? I guess
there are real helmets underneath.
There are?
Yeah. So it's like a beanie that fits over their helmets to help spread to help reduce the impact.
Do you think they will be in live
No.
games?
Probably not.
I hope not.
Maybe. I don't even really notice them anymore.
Pat Mahomes already has a huge head. He doesn't need anything bigger.
Some of those guys would look pretty comical.
My gosh. Oh. Anyway.
So yeah, this is to kind of go with what you were saying about this is not a get rich quick. When you start, man, I didn't expect to make $1 until year 2 or 3. You know, like I went in with that mindset, like I'm not making any money for 2 years. So I need to make sure that I have supplemental money somewhere to be able to sustain myself for that period of time. If I do make money, great. But my plan is not, because I know that this is going to take time. Great that I had 1,200 Facebook followers when we started the business.
What are you up to now?
13.5.
You were almost 10. You were 10,000 ahead of me now. Just so you know, 10,000.
We've added over 2,500 since we opened this year.
It's great.
It's been insane. We haven't seen the best we've done during a season is 2,000, and we could hit 4,000 new followers this season.
And you're running ads every week?
Yeah, but we were before.
Yeah, I know.
So I think we're getting a lot more organic ads or additions.
So you're monetized by Facebook, correct? Finally.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've been anywhere from like $4 to $8 like a month, and then I started getting like double digits.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 months ago I got $47.
Nice.
Like big time, right? Big time.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at, and I was posting more often, but I looked at like what post was the biggest one. It was the one where I took with a guy that got a free meal from the dealership that I was at. That was like the biggest. It was like $30 one just by itself.
Video?
No, it's just a picture of me and a black guy smiling, getting a free meal. I'm like, okay. But then I look at like this past month, like when I posted about the knee surgery, when I posted about the recovery and stuff like that, they're getting like over 100 reactions and 30 to 40 comments each.
Mm-hmm.
But I might make $1.
Yeah.
Maybe $2. Like it is really weird how all that works. But I didn't know if yours was the same or if you've seen any increase since you've gotten so many more followers since
I haven't
monetized.
Really analyzed that data yet. I'm just kind of letting it go how it's going. So I'm not letting it dictate how we post or what we're posting. We're just kind of doing what we do normally.
And for anybody who's going to ask how to get monetized by Facebook, I have no freaking clue. They reached out to us.
Yeah.
So
Skippy got monetized months before I did.
Yeah, and I have no idea how. It just said,
yeah,
you're eligible. Fill out this, and I'm like, put your bank account information in. I'm like, ooh, well, Facebook. Well, all right,
they already had mine for Facebook ads.
I was gonna say they don't seem to be going anywhere, so we'll just go ahead and do that.
So yeah, it's our Facebook presence is growing, which is awesome. And that was the other thing. Like we spend a ton of money marketing on Facebook.
I post every day.
We post every day. We have a boosted post once a week, and then we have our larger Facebook ad for the area that runs nonstop. So we are spending probably $300 to $350 a month
on just Facebook ads.
Yep. And it is the most undervalued thing. All of social media is, but Facebook ads, because you can get so granular with who you're targeting, that it works so good.
I was contemplating having somebody run my social media while I was off to try to, because I don't remember to post because I've got nothing to post, but running my social media while I was off just to keep the engagement going.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to charge about $150 a month just to keep posting.
Just on Facebook or on all your social?
Facebook and Instagram. but I only have like 200 followers on Instagram. So
Yeah.
I'm gaining on you on TikTok. I think I've got like 42
I'm at 242.
with my easy chair confessions. They
Yeah,
did go
42 is
viral.
good. On top of that, yeah. So Smurls, if you're looking to grow your social presence, since we've had our Smurl on the truck, I think we've added 38 TikTok.
Oh, you're talking
followers.
about the counter.
Yep.
The counter that's plugged in. That
We've done nothing different with our TikTok. In fact, I think we're posting less now than we were.
I see you on my For You page all the time.
Yeah, you need to follow more pages.
Probably, but
and you're probably watching a lot of barbecue videos.
Yeah, ish. But
Yeah.
I mean, I follow
If
you, so
that's
you're
the
always going
stuff
to
you
show
stop.
up.
Yeah.
No, actually, I've been seeing a lot of like all these influencers doing ads for certain things. Like that's what comes up on my For You page all the time is those type of. I find myself going into the TikTok store to see what I can find, which I have bought a couple things off, and that they're worked out. But TikTok is just an interesting.
And it's not going away. Everybody can stop saying it. They're not shutting it down.
Gretchen Whitmer just got on TikTok.
Yeah. See.
I mean, if the Democrats are getting on TikTok, it ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
I think Kamala Harris just got on TikTok.
Yeah.
So, she's running for president. Like, come on.
Yeah. They got to project younger.
That's true.
How
old is she?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. But yeah, so it's all that stuff is severely undervalued, and I know it seems silly, and especially TikTok and all the trends and stuff. I don't think we posted a video that has been, I don't know, food related really in the last couple of weeks on TikTok. You know, I signed up for CapCut, which gives you all that green screen stuff. I don't think we're paying for it. I think we're on the free version.
I was wondering what CapCut was, but okay, yeah. I think
so it's this template. So we're just imposing an image on the back with something funny in the front, and posting that. So you don't have to start windmilling in front of your truck, although it would probably be great and it would probably help, and you spread the word. Each social media is designed for something different, and you should use them differently for your business.
Yes.
Where Facebook has become the more serious of the social medias, TikTok is where you can have fun and show a different side of your staff and your business. You can still do, cooking stuff and that kind of thing, and that's great. But let your people have fun.
Yeah.
When you see like a dance, something new come through, take video of your people doing it.
Yeah. Take videos of people eating your food and say it's amazing.
let people have fun at your trailer, and let your staff have fun at your trailer, and you'll find that people come because you came across their For You page, and saw that you are a local truck, and they'll stop by. Things you have to do on every Facebook and social media post is tag a location. Do it. Don't skip it. Because that helps people in that area see your posts. Right? That's a part of what people skip a lot. And we're better on our daily post than we are on our weekly post.
Yeah.
But tag one. So we're in 2 spots every day, not always the same city. Tag one of the cities, or hit your location. I'm in this city, and Facebook will say, okay, we're going to make sure people in this area see this post organically.
I have
more likely that'll happen.
I have found that I can't use the @followers or @top fans or something like that very often anymore.
Yep. They're making some changes. And just like the messages, the marketing messages, they're changing that too. They're going to go to a paid format. So you're going to pay for sending those out, which doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Anything that works is going to get charged. Yeah. So,
in case you didn't know, by the way, scroll moment. Kamala Harris is 59 years old.
Okay.
October 20th, 1964. So it should be 60 around voting time. Sorry.
Anywho,
And it's 7:46 p.m. in India.
okay.
Oh,
That's all. I don't even know what I was talking about.
I don't even remember now. Oh, paid marketing.
Make sure you vote tomorrow, everybody.
Yeah, please vote. No matter
Primary
who it
day,
is.
Michigan.
Yeah, no matter who it is, vote. Oh, I watched a great movie yesterday. Have you seen the Nike movie Air?
Yes,
That was really good.
it is really good. Shane Johnstone.
Oh, hey Shane.
Josh, when you first started your food truck, did you ever get the phone call? This may be short notice, but are you able to come tomorrow?
Yep.
I got one earlier this week.
Oh yeah.
That never goes away. Yeah, I think the longer you're in business, if you're doing things well, I think the more of those you'll get.
So something that I've taken this year, I listened to Cue the Mic with Darren Worth and Randy Twyford, and both are barbecue guys. Darren is probably the winningest man in barbecue. He's or competitive barbecue, and then owns restaurants and stuff. And Randy is a barbecue caterer, Illinois and Iowa, for both. One thing they were talking about was catering, and try your hardest not to say no. Figure it out. If you can figure it out, figure it out. Because you'll find that those are the repeat people that they'll ask you, hey, I know it's late notice, but can you accommodate, 2 pans of brisket or whatever?
Yeah, if it's something that easy, perfect. But yeah, a lot of this is, are you available tomorrow? Then it's typically an event type of thing.
Yeah.
Which sucks. But in my response, I always say, sorry, we can't make it. However, if you would like to book us for something next year,
yeah, please keep us in mind for future
we start
events.
booking. If you would like a truck that doesn't flake, book us.
Is that your auto response?
Yeah, pretty much.
I like it.
Hopefully it's not an email saying that, hey, well, you forgot to show up today.
Hey, do you want to come today because you're supposed to?
Yeah.
So, all right, in your 5 years of doing this, how can you count how many cancellations you've had?
People canceling on us?
No, where you've canceled on somebody.
Off the top of my head, no, but I'm going to guess it's less than this many.
Okay.
We, outside of roadside where it's nothing special, not an organized event, they're pop-ups.
Yeah.
No, I've never pulled out of like a small festival to go do a wedding of 500 people or something like that. That's just kind of
both.
That's one of our pillars. When we book, we book. We
don't flake
unless there's some catastrophic thing. If we say we're going to be there, we're going to be there. Unless we screw up the schedule.
Absolutely. How many?
Shane says Emily reactions to Darren and Randy are the best, and then Uppings Food Vlogs says hello everyone, new subs here.
Oh hey,
so welcome everybody. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I don't remember.
So yeah, we have a Friday Saturday next month that we are doing 4 weddings and a corporate lunch.
4 weddings and a funeral, 5 of the same thing.
Yeah, it's it'll Chris. I told them.
So do you think that day will test you guys? Like
no.
It'll just be another day.
It'll be a harder day. It'll be a little chaos, but it's nothing that we haven't done before, and that
are they
we
small?
can't handle.
Smaller?
Yeah. Like the corporate lunch is 150 people. The first wedding that's a drop off is 100 people, and then we're doing service off the truck for 150 or something like that.
So Chris definitely hates you.
Yeah,
and Caleb will probably hate you by the time the day's over.
but again, it's not a huge deal. It's no big deal.
No, because you're doing it, and
we've done it, and we'll do it again. And
are the two services from the truck close to each other?
No.
Good.
Not really.
Okay.
How much time
do you have between?
Hours.
Okay.
So yeah, the ones that, and yeah, really, it's just one off the truck that we're actually serving food from the truck. The others are buffets.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you had a wedding service from the truck, and you had the corporate.
The corporate lunch, we typically will bring the truck for that because it's such a large group, and it's our Aetna group. They're doing a shooting event.
Oh yeah, I have one of those.
Yep. Yeah, it would be nice if they warned us before they started shooting, because I almost essed myself last year with my back to where everybody was, and then it was World War II behind me.
So we did a clay shooting event for like a contractors association, and they're like, "Hey, can you drive down this road and then take a right on this dirt road, and come like to where the sidewalk is?" I'm like, "I guess," and I walked down there. I'm like our trailer is this wide and the road is this wide. I'm like, how the hell am I going to serve? And then how the hell am I going to get out of here? So this time I told him, I said, I have a newer trailer. It is larger. So we need to find a new parking spot. They're like, oh yeah, no problem. I'm like, why the fuck didn't you tell me that last year? Parked right out front.
Justin says, we're big time now, fellas. Spam in the comments.
Oh, we got spam in the comments?
Yeah, the Upang's food blogs.
Oh.
It's all spam. I'm guessing. Awesome. More than likely. She's far too attractive looking to be an actual person that would listen to us.
Well, click on her profile, see if she has.
I'm not doing that.
see if she says for spicy pictures. See, spicy? They always use the jalapeno.
Yeah.
I don't know how I know that. Don't ask. Personal story. So this past weekend, I went to my best friend's daughter's sweet 16 party. Just turned 16. And
it's usually when you have the party.
Very, very true. Did you know you can get your stage 2 license online? Like you don't need to go into Secretary of State anymore to get a license. Mm-hmm. Like that's great. Anyway, so we partied with her for a little bit. Then I looked at my daughter who was with me, and I looked at my buddy, and I said, do you realize that you and I met, we're like 4 or 5 years apart age-wise, and I was buying you guys beer, and now my daughter can do the same thing to your kids. He's like, shut up, isn't that true? I'm like, yeah, it is. Then I realized that how much of a drunk their other parents were. Anyway, I'm like, just buy them yourself.
The Food Truck Owners Expo, the Houston event took place this last week. Looked like it was highly successful. Looked like there was a good number of people there. The comments I saw posted were all very good.
Okay, that's good.
Looked like they were a fan of the speakers. I know Bill Moore did a lot of the speaking. Saw lots of pictures with him from people. The Orlando event is in November 12th and 13th, I think. Somewhere in that vicinity.
Which we got to talk about.
I will be there is the plan right now. So hopefully Skippy will also be there. And I think I'm bringing Chris with me for the couple days. And yeah, we'll look forward to it. And hope you guys show up too. It looks like it could be a pretty solid industry event. And it's kind of something I miss about my corporate job is going to industry events. If for no other reason than just to talk to people and we'll sign autographs. Shots for $5.
Mine's $7.
Butt cheeks for 10.
Ooh, feet's 20. I do plan on being there. The famous Dave's contest that I second placed won a ticket to the World Food Championships, which happened to be November 8th through the 12th. So if for some reason I make final table, like final table, that's on the 12th. So otherwise,
is that Monday?
That is the 12th is actually a Tuesday.
So yeah, Tuesdays. It's Tuesday, Wednesday is the
Correct.
conference. So 12th and 13th.
So my goal, no matter what, is if I make final table, that's fine. We will actually fly out early Wednesday because I did promise my wife that she could go to Florida and do her Harry Potter tour or whatever. So I may not be there until Thursday or until Wednesday, but I do really want to go.
Okay.
Just letting you know. Because for some reason, they typically, so barbecue opening round is Saturday. Barbecue wildcard is Sunday. And they're doing all the finals on a 2-day thing, which they didn't do that last year. So
Okay.
I'm happy that it's only a 4-hour drive instead of a 18-hour drive, like it was last year.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm flying down probably Monday. Do the couple days there, and then I will probably have to drop Chris back off at the airport. My rest of my family, the plan is to fly down Thursday, and then we're gonna go to the Keys for the weekend and come back on Monday. So, assuming we can get everything approved with other parents and them missing school for a couple days. So, and Alex's gym.
Yes.
So, yeah, it'll be a nice week for me. It'll be a nice little vacation at the end of the season because our last day open is the Saturday before, so the 9th or whatever it is.
My wife's birthday is the week before.
So yeah,
but we're not. If when cafe happens, I really actually wanted to open it up because of losing this time. Open it up early, but because that probably won't be until next year, which is okay. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. Then we have a lot more to talk about. A lot more to talk about.
Yeah. So. Should be a good week. I think we have a solid projection, a goal for this week. Hoping to hit 50,000 in sales this month. So, should be able to do it.
Do you know what you finished last month?
Yeah, we beat the previous July, even with the fucked up reporting. All right, I meant to talk about this earlier. We had a couple minutes. Those of you that are taking payments or requiring payments 2 weeks before your freaking events, I don't know how you guys. I must be a different level of OCD. It drives me nuts when shit's reported on the wrong month in Square. So I'm glad that you guys can handle it. I personally can't. It drives me nuts. We have had 0 of that this year so far. Knock on wood. Hopefully we don't. But yeah, so last year, July, we had extra $6,900 in payments that got reported to July that should have been August.
Yeah.
But even so, we still beat last July's reported number.
Good.
So by $200.
We have 2 minutes left. You had said something about another food truck on this side of the state.
Oh, yeah, some kids. Instead of going to college, they bought a food truck, a trailer, Southern Dimension.
Okay.
Let me try to find the Slappy. Is it Slappy? Slap and Slabs. I think that was it. So I don't know if their parents helped them secure funding for it. I'm guessing they did.
With the Southern Dimensions, I would hope so.
Yeah, and a Beck's built on the back.
Okay.
No,
Slapping Slabs.
it's not Slapping Slabs. I gotta find it. Sorry,
Slapping
Meats Barbecue.
There's actually a Slapping Slabs barbecue.
There is. That's the first thing that popped up when I was in the search bar. So Slapping Meats.
They're on the Saginaw too. Sorry.
Oh, really?
All right,
so Slapping Meats look like some good-looking kids. They got some fun names for some sandwiches. They got a Peter Porker, which I'm bummed that I didn't think of that one.
Nice.
But it's a nice trailer. You look at their proteins by the pound, though.
Oh, we get some.
Click the menu.
Click the menu. Yeah. Oh, gee, whoa.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I was at. I was like, I think it is very much geared to get people not to order that. I think that's why it's priced that way. So for a quarter pound of brisket, it's $12. A half pound is $22. 3/4 of a pound is $40, and they do not have a pound listed. So three quarters of a rack of ribs for back ribs, $38. 3/4 of a pound of pork, $38.
Wow. Okay. I mean, you do what you got to do, bud. But
right.
Wow.
Their sandwiches and all the rest of their menu, seems to be pretty in line with what I would expect for a barbecue truck.
Well,
Justin says, then don't put it on the menu. Exactly. If you don't want to sell it, don't put it on the menu.
Well, the thing though is they only have sandwich combos. They don't have an actual just sandwich.
Right. So everything includes a side and a beverage, which is great. Fine.
Yeah.
But so $16 for a chicken sandwich with a side and a beverage. I think it's priced well.
That's
like I told you,
brisket dip. That's good.
It really feels like their protein section is geared to not have you order it, but they want to have it because that's what people expect.
So they have something on their menu that I've really wanted to put on, and
Family Feast?
No, well that too, but
yeah,
their Texas caviar, or it's also called cowboy caviar. I think that'd be like fantastic.
And what is that?
Like, basically, it's a 4-bean salsa with peppers, jalapenos, onions. Typically it's a dip, a loose dip, but and they serve it with tortilla chips, which I think that's a great idea.
Yeah,
but I would like to actually, if it had some substance to it, put it on a sandwich or a wrap. Like that'd be great with pulled pork or chicken with some cheese. Yeah. Anyway,
probably with brisket.
We've tried it with pork and chicken. It was great. I have not tried it with brisket.
Yeah, just with it being a caviar type name, I think you could really
$35 for 2 ounces of every protein and 4 ounces of every side, with 2 beverages and 4 sauces.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. I wish these guys all the luck. They've got a beautiful setup. They've got a couple of kids that are fresh out of high school that are highly motivated.
They're in Howell.
Yep. Highly motivated. They are. I think they'll do well. Yeah.
Good.
I wish them all the luck. They just opened it within the last few weeks, I think. So.
Good for them.
Yep.
Keep it up.
I look forward to following I'm following them now, and I'm looking forward to following their journey. And I would love to have them on the show once we get towards the end of the year.
What's the deal? If people going through their Facebook page, what's the deal with the goggles? Any idea?
It's got to be an inside joke of some sort. I noticed a couple pictures of those too. So, yeah, but they were at Faster Horses.
Yeah, that's an interesting place.
That is something to do when you just opened.
Yeah, that's scary as hell. But hey, they did it. Great on them.
Yeah,
great on them.
Yeah. So their Faster Horses prices. It looks like they upped all their sandwiches by a couple bucks.
Yeah, so we had a local barbecue guy here do Faster Horses. They take 37%. Mm-hmm. And you submit a menu, and if they don't think it's high enough, they up their prices for you and send it back. He was selling a pulled pork sandwich for $18.
Yeah, get that fuck off. No one is going to dictate my menu or my prices ever.
So, yeah. Well, that's why we don't go to those things.
Yep.
It'd have been great to. I'd love to try, but shit. If one of their first ever events was that thing, Jesus.
Yeah. Right.
Kick ass. Like kick ass.
Trial by fire, man. Everything else is going to seem super easy compared to that.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I wish them all the best, and I would love to have them on the show once we get past the season.
I want to go find them now and see if I can get some food.
Yeah. So.
Great job. All right.
All right, everybody. Sorry we went a little bit long. Some bonus for you today.
Bonuses are great.
Yeah. And we didn't yell at each other once.
Go fuck yourself.
Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I guess we'll know in our downloads for the week. I know I got some complaints from some other people.
Sorry, did you hear that?
Yeah.
I didn't know if it comes through my headphones. I clicked on their brisket video. The complimentary, the obligatory. Oops, there it goes again. Obligatory brisket video where they cut it in half and then put it on top of each other and let the fat juices roll out. That's going to happen on every single brisket you cook, whether it's shitty or not.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, sorry. All right. Have a wonderful day.
Bernie wants to know if there's any update on that prize.
Bernie. First of all, his name's not Bernie. Okay, so we're not calling Bernie anymore. Update
Jason
on that
wants
price.
to know if there's an update on the price.
Absolutely. Come on, you. When I open the cafe, I want you to be the first person there. How about that? Yep, there you go.
All right, everybody, have a great week. We look forward to talking to you next week. We might have to adjust the time next week, Skippy, because we do have catering next week, Monday. So.
Oh, I actually, we may have to just go a whole different day because I think I have a. No, I'm open Monday. It's the following Monday, the 19th. I have a 11 to 2 big ass catering.
Maybe we do another Sunday evening.
Oh yeah, let's fuck that up. Actually, I can't do Sunday evening, so let's do Saturday evening or not Saturday, but Friday evening.
No. Jason asked if airfare and hotel are included. I will say yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Josh is paying for them.
Confirmed.
No, Josh is paying for them. Okay. Josh is paying for them. It is verbal.
Yeah.
It is on. Well, because Josh is going to come too.
I will claim this is all AI. I didn't say anything. All right, everybody. Have a good week. We'll talk to you at some point in time next week.
Artificial idiots.
We will post when things are done and good. So, bye, everybody.